Alrighty guys, in today's video we're going to be looking at our second part or part 14 from our basic parts. But before that, let's have a quick intro first. So today's video can be found on softwaretraining.co.za. We make short and easy to watch problem solving videos, and we also have daily updates. Otherwise, we're back in the program here. Now, the next thing we're going to do here is we're going to add our next basic shape, which is going to be part 14. So we're going from one measurement to two measurements. And yeah, so it's still pretty basic, but yeah, so let's just head right into it. So now with our project open from our previous shape we created, we're going to go to flat parts. Then we go to P14, which is right next to it. So we see we've got an outer diameter and an inner diameter now. And I would say let's make this interesting. Let's maybe make it wrap around our previous one. So if I click on it, it will open up so we can see the example here. Now, I personally would have liked it. Maybe it's a bit advanced for some programs, but I would have liked it if I had to change this one, let's say 200 and this one 100, that we would get a live update on the preview. So you kind of get an idea of where you're going at. Obviously, if you have your stuff pre-measured, it doesn't matter because then you're just kind of typing in numbers and you know the result's going to be this, right? But I would have liked to see a preview update so you can kind of demo it beforehand before you just commit. Otherwise, right now, if I want to commit it, I just have to say, okay, put it in the part. If I don't like it, I have to readjust it. You can obviously also, which I recommend, grab yourself a measuring tape. You can even have a piece of paper in front of you, depending on how big the part is, or if it's if you need to scale it down, you can always, if the thing is centimeters, you take it to millimeters, break it down, and build a smaller version. Just make sure your dimensions are right. So then, what we've got here now, we've got the D1, D2. So as we see, the D1 is the outer diameter, and the D1 is the ID. So we've got the inner diameter for that. So I think just to keep things interesting, let's make this part nicely nest over our circle. So then what we can do is we know our inner diameter or our outer diameter of our previous part 13, the circle, was 200. So I would say our inner diameter, instead of making it 200 because it's going to be too flush, we can maybe make it a bit bigger. Obviously, in a real practical scenario, you would probably just have this shape, make your inner diameter 200, your outer diameter the right one, and then when it cuts it, you'll have both those shapes. But let's say for some reason it is you don't need to do that, or you're using another shape and you need another shape inside it. This is where you'll do that. So I'm gonna maybe make mine about a 2 centimeter play. So let's make this maybe 220. So our inner diameter, so we know the circle's gonna fit inside of it. And the outer one, let's make it maybe what, 270. I want to make it a thin ring, nothing too special, nothing too broad. You can obviously name it. I'm just going to leave the name the same, say okay. And once again, on the manual parts, I'm going to add 1 and just say add. Now, as you guys might have noticed, we had a nice little preview there. So if we just do that again, we'll just choose a different this time. Let's make this 300. Make this 100. Say okay. You've got this little preview here which you can use as a reference as to what is happening. But obviously I would have liked something live, but I'm just way too picky. I think I used too many programs throughout these many series. But in any case, so now we've got the spot, so let's quickly just preview it. So we're going to go add part because we have one. Let's place this here. Grab this one by selecting it. Obviously make sure if this one is selected to first deselect them by clicking off, select this one, and then we just drag this one there. Now you can obviously zoom in and just nicely align it so you know, because then potentially you can even afterwards use this ring for something if you had to. Let's just center this. Now as you can see there, now we've got the two parts. On our part list, we can see the one we gave a name has got a name, and then we've got part 14. So yeah, that is it on another basic shape. I hope you guys are kind of starting to grasp how this works. You will see when we get to advanced shapes that the complexity goes up quite quick. But yeah, otherwise that is it. So just quick recap. Obviously, go to flat parts, fill in your diameter 1 and 2, and then you add it to your project. But yeah, otherwise in the meanwhile, if we head here to softwaretraining.co.za, you guys will notice we've got a variety of different softwares we do cover, and you can also isolate your search on the top right. If you do not, however, find the training videos you're looking for, just simply go here, request a training video, fill in the mini form, and then we'll do our best to try and make that for you. But otherwise, thanks guys for watching, and cheers.